There is lots to cowl on this video, which includes the worst case state of affairs for XRP and a revisit of the Ripple vs SEC litigation. What you ought to be watching within the cryptocurrency markets is what will speak approximately subsequent, accompanied by a discussion of the argument between Da Vinci and the Bitcoin maxi, who enjoys buying and selling XRP as lots as he did. A mild argument, I assume we might call it, a brief argument against one of the maximum wise guys in our field. Matt Hamilton offered, let's get started with Bitcoin. That is now trading at $2,361 and up 1.37%. I needed to muffle you due to the fact I sneezed. He has won 1.37% inside the ultimate 24 hours, with Ethereum presently buying and selling at $2,424. It is presently at 1.61% USDT, and each USDC and XRP are retaining their dollar pegs. The predominant lean of 53 is precisely where you need to see it in general, currently valued at TR83 billion within the cryptocurrency market. Just to assist you to understand, Bitcoin continues to be a lot in play. It's not seasonal, it's 100% Bitcoin. This 12 months it nevertheless meets to run, but it's not the change season in any respect. The season will now not arrive simply but. It's going to nonetheless likely happen in December. That has constantly been the strategy for Q1. Since January, I've burdened this concept however Bitcoin drives it. Seizes an insanely huge amount of cash, kind of 60% of the complete quantity. At this factor, we're at approximately 52% supply or take, and money will begin to flow out. However, Bitcoin will certainly take the alternative alts down with it. In the past, Bitcoin has needed to upward push above 72,000 to signify that we are secure. Bitcoin has been in a big variety for 3 to 4 months and hasn't damaged 66,000. What are we looking for? Basic, my money remains sitting idle. Bitcoin wishes to, in addition, push better and escape of this variety, or we will go back to the one's decreased 50s if you want to bring down the relaxation of the markets along with it and close the CME hole. I promise to allow all of us understand once I install my cash in the intervening time, it stays on the sidelines. We do certainly seem to have closed the CM hole. Since there's that one, this is sitting within the lower 50, I believe that 80 to 85% of the time the one's gaps do close. For the time being, however, my money stays on the sidelines and I will stay positioned. Once my cash has moved, or if Bitcoin moves lower, I will be geared up to shop for. If now not, it truly is okay too, since I'm searching to shop for options right here, no longer Bitcoin. Yes, the adults also achieve this. It may increase barely from this factor on, but it would not count if XRP returns to 60 cents due to the fact we are able to nonetheless be within the same position. That's not a situation for me, because it is in which I could have purchased it handiest ultimate week. Or the opposite alt I am searching out, kwon. For example, I'm nevertheless amassing my quant besides the following one I'm going to rotate out to. So for now, persistence is lots of staying power. I agree with Dark Defender that I don't recognize the dread. We must retweet this man. I don't know why humans have been so afraid while the SEC determined no longer to appeal the safety ruling we were given for XRP. It's concerning the opportunity that Ripple must pay greater and incur a penalty in a first rate case. So what does it count number that Ripple already gained for not anything and allowed them to pay a high quality? Does it depend to you that Ripple will pay more money? Ripple has the finances to reimburse them? The current story this is circulating is that Ripple will growth its XRP income to fund its legal protection. No, Ripple does no longer have the budget to compensate them. Since Ripple is not selling XRP, they are able to cover the criminal costs. Ripple did not use its XRP income to finance the complete case. People, Ripple has a ton of cash. Who cares in the event that they pay every other battle in their attraction? The CC submitted the paperwork for the attraction, no longer through dumping XRP on the market to pay the SEC. They have to have 2 weeks, I think, to country their argument. I'm satisfied they waited until the final minute to submit an enchantment, because if they had regarded what they had been attractive, they could have filed it all. As it stands, they don't even know what they may be attractive to, and yet they haven't disclosed what they may be actually attractive from that ruling on August 7th, which makes sense, would not it? Let's wait until the final minute to post sentences simply declaring that we are able to file an enchantment, despite the fact that they have not yet filed the actual attraction. Sincerely, I suppose we will pay attention to what they are inquiring for before next week. Believe that this is a monetary rip-off, then that is BL Rock's presentation, so pay interest. Yes, people in Brazil, in which XRP currently partnered, or alternatively, Ripple simply teamed with the most important alternate in Brazil, the same Brazil in which Ripple held personal meetings with crucial bankers for years prior. However, Bank Travelex is utilizing on call for liquidity in XRP for the first time, and BlackRock is now showcasing presentations. Allow me to explode the display. These tremendous organizations will preserve to host lectures like this one about Bitcoin to inspire greater people to get inquisitive about cryptocurrencies with the aid of the CSID. Do you realize that this decade may be a ways larger than the previous one, with estimates of $15 to $20 trillion via the stop of it, as compared to the modern day $2 trillion. It's an opportunity of an entire life. This is an impossibility we by no means have. This is an opportunity that your mother and father will in no way get once more. You will never be able to claim that we entered the market before institutional money did. However, what follows from that, as that is the advantage what? Therefore, is its drawback. Right now, we are witnessing the bad, insane volatility. This is the end result if you don't have a whole lot of cash inside the market, so there may be a chance of volatility. However, as soon as you have got a large amount of cash invested, the marketplace becomes much less unstable. For example, the stock marketplace is not very unstable. You may want to see a 5% correction. However, you can additionally see a 5% benefit. Here, so in case you're willing to take that danger and be the first, you merely need to manipulate the minor stomach aches, it will reason. However, we already recognize that cryptocurrency is right here to live and that institutions will keep to apply it. Jumping isn't always being frequented by establishments merely due to the fact it's far a bull cycle. Then people, this is it. They may be going to leave and take over the whole Bitcoin marketplace. Matt, that is it. Which was higher, Hamilton Da Vinci's baited XR or Bitcoin? It's now not certainly a discussion, I don't assume. It's really lots of bullshit this person has been spouting. It was in the end is flipped to be corrected. Do I believe that his talking approximately Ripple and XRP will trade in any way? Completely no. He changed into wrong about almost all of the data he attempted to unfold concerning XRP, and the ledger endured to accept as true with that what he had observed all through his research turned into actual. That is, that even as XRP can't be frozen, assets on it may. Ledger isn't provided, I can raise a flag. That I'm supposed to freeze it, however, on the grounds that XRP lacks the flag. Freezing is impossible. If you flow, your XRP will nonetheless be your XRP to an exchange. The change has the proper to freeze it in view that they may need to recognize. You simply made an account if you're moving $5 million over, and also you never utilized it. Say Gemini, and you will increase by 5 million. Rather than XRP, their nay. Their nay. Thus, woe, wherein does this cash come from? They will demand documentation and proof. That is why I emphasize in this channel, which you need to right away buy an over-the-counter counter, set it up and collect the entirety they want. Come to a decision earlier than it's too overdue. With the US elections simply 31 days away, the markets usually warm this up. When it involves elections, are you ready for 2016-2017 election results are proven? How did the 2020 and 2021 elections pass? Occurred simply as expected. We are very near the election. That is much less than 2 months away. What will occur will construct us up for around December. Before the polls, we would even witness some enthusiasm and onboarding. You're going to undergo that wild hyperbolic spike. That's whilst Bitcoin will certainly move bonkers and our cryptocurrency might be like, all right, so many parents have been inquiring what would possibly go wrong in this situation. They want to recognize that he spoke the worst for XRP. Example state of affairs from $22.30 to $589. He provides that the SEC withdrew the litigation lower back in December 2020. If we've a similar state of affairs after the CC appeal, we might also, without problems, see XRP hit inside the $5 to $6 region, and we might even